Hi there. Welcome to Apple World that has been circumventing man that you may be getting captured for the homicide of Tupac. Any final words, buddy? I'm a man. I'm standing T through it all. Anything the LW has to offer me, I'm gonna come through it. You understand what I'm talking about. I'm standing T through it all. For a long time, the group Tupac Shakur has been hanging tight for equity. We are here today to report the capture of 60-year-old Dwayne Keith Davis. It's implied that quite possibly of the most incredibly horrendous circumstance one might wind up in is being detained. It is unfathomable to go from being a free resident to somebody who can be effortlessly focused on for maltreatment whenever inquire as to whether you don't thoroughly consider. It's conceivable he's purportedly going quite possibly of his most obscure period throughout everyday life, and rumors from far and wide suggest that he plans to demand to be moved to an alternate jail cell. That preferably he can get some rest in spite of the fact that what did he expect when he is claimed of killing quite possibly of the most notable rapper to date, yet exactly the way that awful truly are things for Keefe D in jail. We'll be looking at every one of the latest subtleties in the present video, so keep close by till the end for the full scoop. Keefe D, the suspect in Tupac's passing, has purportedly been battling in the slammer, as per Reggie Wright Jr. Reggie, who worked for Sue Knight's Death Row Records and whose father was a group implementer in Los Angeles Sheriff Office segments Activity Safe Road in Compton, partook in another meeting with Weave that was first distributed on November 17, expressed that, while anticipating preliminary Keefe D had proactively been hopped a few times and could be in for far more terrible, despite the fact that I think he need to stand that unique lodging since I heard he became beaten on multiple times. Currently I end there, and I got that conver from a great source. Yet nothing major, just you realize kick stop hit, not at all like he will get one those fellows in the pen. Find out how he was saying that they delicate definitely that sound actually something else. You better call Vlad and attempt to get it pulled down. That is what you get when you're continually gabbing your mouth in past meetings with any semblance of DJ Vlad discussing your association in Tupac's homicide that evening in Las Vegas. Once fans saw this late news that Keefe D has over and over been getting hopped, they passed on posts like there's not an obvious explanation to feel terrible for Keefe D. He brought this all upon himself. The whole case would have stayed covered everlastingly on the off chance that he just kept his loud mouth shut. He excessively old for that. However, his problem for killing a lord and gloating about it for quite a long time. Keefe D is an ideal illustration of what imprisonment is. He's shackled wearing a prison uniform, and he lives in an enclosure very much like the creatures in the zoo. Following numerous postpones in this arraignment, Keefe D entered a not blameworthy supplication recently for the situation, including Tupac's 1996 homicide. His preliminary is set to begin on June 3, 2024. He is planned to show up in court again toward the beginning of the following year. While many individuals are feeling better that Tupac may at last get some equity, Keefe D's lawyers, Charles Koo and Robert Ario, have previously reported that they mean to look for bail anyway. Others don't think a lot of conclusion has been achieved by Keefe D's capture. Tupac's own sibling, MPR Shakur, emerged and expressed that he feels the whole case is as yet not completely tackled and that there's kin out there actually wandering free who were engaged with his siblings' passing. Starting response: PPD being captured. Self-contradicting, obviously 27 years old, didn't need to occur at all. You realize I disdain living with the truth that my siblings not here. What does equity look like for yourself as well as your family? This is a responsibility. The sweet part is that it's a clashing yet type of responsibility support. I'm preparing for cuz it ain't over. You still can't seem to see we should check whether there's achieved. Still got to see the thought process. And he's right on the money. He even stood in opposition to Diddy's supposed association in another meeting where he said Puff got back to me in the day Mo Pierce shared. He resembled, I simply believe you should realize I don't have anything to do with your siblings. I know what you our identity is. Nevertheless, we never met, and I simply need to call you man to man and let you in on that. I don't have anything to do with your siblings' passing. As per NPR, Puff's contribution was referenced in a story distributed by the Los Angeles Times, which provoked the telephone contact. I came clean with him. I value the call being on the way out. So we take a brief trip and see if it will be some time till we see any significant updates for this situation, considering Keefe D needs to hold on until June 3 RD 2024 for the preliminary to start. Taking into account the sum he has straightforwardly owned up to in interviews before his capture, You definitely realize he'll be singing from the roofs once he's ready to, which couldn't be great for any semblance of Diddy as he's now squealed on him in the past. How's it go the way that's the discussion? Go. I mean, okay, listen, I'll do it yet. I want $500,000. Or do you realize I have someone who will make it happen yet? I really want 3. I mean, we really want truly unambiguous insights about that. Better believe it, we need 1 million. You said you walk on the first floor. Did he say come meet me on the ground floor? Definitely, he expressed. Come on the first floor. Let's converse with you. He tells you, truly man, I want to dispose of these folks, and he's looking at you without flinching, and he resembles frightened. Better believe it, so as you would see it. The particular explanation he requested that you come to the ground floor and converse with him was about that thing, not about alcohol or anything. It was about that. Okay, you tell him we'll do it for 1 million, and he resembles, okay, I'll do it for 1 million GRE. You shake or something to that effect, despite the fact that Nevada has capital punishment in the event that someone is found blameworthy. State examiners won't seek after Keefe D's execution following his capture in September. Keefe D, now 60 years of age, has been the primary individual to be charged with Tupac's homicide. He likewise claims to have been determined to have malignant growth. Before we go any further into the video, what are your folks' considerations on this whole circumstance? Do you all believe it's even probable Keefe D will endure the June 3, 2024, without persistently getting hopped by prisoners, as you need to recall? See, this man is asserted of killing hip jump's most cherished rapper Tupac Shakur remark. Down beneath enthusiasts of the late rapper think Keefe D's case to have been determined to have malignant growth is a thought-up method for endeavoring and convince the appointed authority to feel frustrated about him, or reduce his sentence in spite of entering a not liable supplication. Keefe D has made a few statements over the years in regards to organizing the Tupac shooting, remembering a portrayal of the occasion for his 2019 book Compton Road Legend Examiners in Nevada, which stated that the evening of the shooting, Tupac participated in a fight in a club with Orlando Anderson, a notable individual from the Crips group, and Keefe D's nephew. As per a few records, Anderson was in the vehicle with Keefe D while the shooting happened, and he is remembered to have been the shooter. Previous LAPD official Greg Kading was the man that really led the meeting we looked at before, in the video where Keefe D admits he was paid more than $1 million for the Tupac hit thanks to Diddy. As of late, he emerged and expressed that he doesn't indeed think Keefe D will endure jail for what he's blamed for. Is he 60 now he gets out with some fun time at 75? I don't have the foggiest idea who knows, and can he endure jail?